wasn't really happy with my credits on the album. I got keyboard credits on these albums. I co-produced these albums. If not more so produced them with Danny D, more so than Lazaro. Did Lazaro probably say that in an interview? He probably doesn't even remember. I mean, I got screwed over. At this point in time, I'm getting really sick of the music business. I mean, real sick of the music business. I just don't like the business. I just want to make records. I want to be happy, you know? After the Lazarus stuff, where did I go? I just started getting into the underground scene. I started DJing. I started doing house records. Nothing ever blew off for me. A lot of years went by before I actually got back into the music end of the business. I was left with a really bad taste in my mouth, you know? I hooked up with my buddy. Like, that's when the whole System 2 thing came into play. And I hooked up, you know, I was still doing some side projects with Bo Crane. I did some stuff with Neil Case. You know, just, you know, as programmer, I was a pretty popular music programmer down here in Florida at the time. I wasn't really producing. I was doing more programming at that time. You know, people were hiring me to come in and you know, just to play lead lines, you know. And that's when I started System 2, you know. I tried to pitch some stuff to Bo. I tried to sell Bo on the rave scene because I know, you know, Bo's got money. I tried to pitch him on the rave scene. He wasn't ready for it yet. I don't know if you knew that. Oh yeah, Baby Ann in the topic in the history. That's funny. Baby Ann was not. There was no Baby Ann at this time. I don't think there was an Icy, and Icy was dating Baby Ann, and I guess she might have been just starting out. I don't know, but I wasn't friendly with those people either. See, this is me and Keith Rosenberg have been chameleons in this music business. We've gone through the freestyle, we've gone through the bass, the house, the techno, I feel in order to be a successful musician, you have to change and you have to be a chameleon. You have to. We developed a formula, you know? We've constantly gone where we're popular in this thing, and now we got to start all over again, and now we're popular here, and now we got to start all over again, and we got to keep adjusting our fan base, and we finally got a formula to do it. I mean, would you agree? You know? And, so I couldn't sell Bo on the System 2 thing, but eventually Bo did jump on board. Bo jumped on board with the rave scene, and then I kind of threw it in his face. I was like, you see, I tried to get you to do this many years ago. And the techno... Well,
we almost struck a deal with Trip Theory and Spacemen.
We did, yeah, we actually almost did strike a deal with that. But what happened there? The Zen thing, the Zen project, that whole Zen album thing, did that...
I don't know why we didn't do it, but he offered us a deal. We had a deal on paper and everything.
Right. So fuzzy, man. I mean, it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy.
I think at this point, so many things connected. The only real blur is System 2. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Ask me some questions, Alan.
All right. Tell us about System 2.
Hey!
Will you tell us about System 2?
System 2 was myself and my boy Caesar Colon, who I still speak to this day. Okay? Actually, you know something? I left out a whole freaking chunk. The Stevie B days. I did stuff with Stevie and Jerry Dorville and.
This is pre-Tone Deaf, right?
This is after Tone Deaf. This is the whole gap. I completely forgot about it. I played in some of Stevie's shows. I played guitar in Stevie's band. Wow. Yeah, that's funny. I completely forgot about it. I mean, having a wife and a kid will suck the life out of you, man. So yeah, I had the Stevie B era. Did some things for Stevie. He didn't pay me, just like everybody else. Another bad taste in the music business. So I left that, and what happened? I hooked up with Tolga, Tony Marino. I don't know if you know what Tony Marino is.
I know Tolga.
Tony was one of Tolga's artists. I hooked up with Tolga, and I did a lot of stuff for Tolga. I did a lot of programming for him, for Gerald, who was Waz Boggle at the time. And through Tolga, I tried to pitch Tolga on this whole rave scene too, and Tolga bit. I told him I got the System 2 stuff. He's like, well, why don't you here? Come into the studio, come record. You guys went to Debonair Studio?
I did.
Did you guys go to Debonair Studio? Right upstairs, that's where Summit Music was. That was Tolga's setup. He was there before Debonair. And we recorded an album.
That's why I felt like it was familiar. I was wondering why it's...
Have you been there?
I was there, but back in the days when it was Tolga's thing.
Right, that was Tolga and Max. Phil Keneally, Tolga, Max, all the boys were there, man, all the old schoolers. And he put us up in the studio and said, Danny, do what you got to do, man. Take your time. My studio is your place. I mean, Tolga was aces, man. He was a great freaking guy, man. He could blow so much smoke up your ass, you'd have smoke coming out of your ears, but he was a great guy. I mean, he would give you the shirt off his back if he could. If you had problems with money, he gave you his money. If you were hungry, he fed you. Good guy, man. I can't say that too much about the guy. So we did it. He put out the album, and it did pretty decent. We put out singles, we put out CDs. It was okay. He didn't really know how to market it. Neither did we. It was a whole new scene, but it got us on the map, and it got my foot in the door again. Remember, this is me going back saying how we're chameleons, and we had to start over, but we had a formula. I had the formula. I knew how to get popular. I knew what I had to do. I had to do my schmoozing. I had to do my getting out there and circulating with everybody. I had to pass out my records. I had to do this. I knew the music was banging, but then again, there was a lot of banging music out there. It was who you knew. And through that project, I met Steve Koch, and then the rest is history.
I think that connects us back to.
And that connects us back to the interview with us.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I love you guys, man. I fucking hate the music business.